Dumb.
Weird.
Podcast. Like I said, like I was saying earlier, the first time I ever smoked weed, I was at Eric's house and we went outside. My friend had this thing called a steamroller. It's a thing you smoke weed out of. And my buddy was smoking it in a circle, and I went out there. I was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" They're like, "Oh, we're smoking weed." I was like, "Oh, weed is bad for you." And my friend Phil was like, "No, it's not." And I go, "Okay, I'll try some." Didn't really take much effort to get me to try some. So I took a big fucking hit of this steamroller, and I'm just like, I don't feel shit. And he's like, "Oh, give it some time." And about 20 minutes later, I was fucking high as shit. I was laying on the ground inside laughing at nothing. And people thought that shit was so funny because my laugh was just so intense. I just thought everything was funny.
That's good.
Yeah. So that was like my first experience smoking weed. It was good. It was a good experience. Like no anxiety. I actually didn't really have anxiety from smoking weed till I turned about 23.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting because like I remember when I was at West Georgia, I went to my buddy's house and he was in a fraternity. And man, we were passing around like 4 different pieces, and his fraternity brothers were all smoking weed. I was smoking weed, and we got really high. And I never really got anxiety back then either because I was only like 19. And I remember one of the older fraternity brothers comes in there. He goes, "Give me like the biggest thing you got." And Murphy was like, "I don't know about that. You don't really smoke weed." And he goes, "Give it to me." And we're like, "All right." This guy takes this bong and fucking rips the whole thing, holds it in his lungs for like 5 seconds, and then blows it out. And he goes, "Puh!" And he like hits the ground, and like he's out. He's out cold. And we're just like, whoa.
You know you're desperate in life when you start smoking the stems and the seeds.
Yeah. If you want to check out more of our stuff, go to www.dumbcoolweird.com. You'll find our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Patreon link if you want to support us. Also, be sure to check out our merch store. And if you're interested in being on our podcast, you can find a link on our website so you can reach out to us and tell us if you want to talk to us about something that's really weird, dumb, or cool. We'd be glad to hear from you. Hope you will stay tuned for the next weird ass episodes we got. Thank you.